What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and in this video we will talk about the epic aftermath of that brilliant, amazing Liverpool-Manchester City game yesterday. I'm still absolutely buzzing about that game. What a spectacle that was, what a fantastic advert for the Premier League that was, and Pep Guardiola was absolutely furious with the referees and the linesman that James Milner wasn't sent off. And probably he should have been sent off, but these good decisions, sometimes they go for you, sometimes they go against you. There has been many instances where Liverpool suffered because of refereeing decisions, especially last season. And Guardiola was absolutely furious, and I think he should have been sent off because the way that he abused Mike Dean, the fourth official, and I'm not a big fan of Mike Dean, you guys know that, but you just can't shout into the face of the fourth official. And this is what Guardiola said after the game. Let me know, what do you think about Guardiola's reaction during the game. I think it was way over the top, and it just shows how desperate he was to get something from that game, because he usually loses and gets hammered in the Premier League at Liverpool, at Anfield. He said it's a yellow card, it's so clear, but it's Anfield, it's Old Trafford. In this situation, a Man City player would have been sent off 100%. It's too much clear, their interpretation sometimes, but it's a second yellow card for James Milner. And yes, Milner was a little bit lucky to stay on the pitch, and Jurgen Klopp showed good management by taking him off for Joe Gomez. But there is no Anfield bias towards Liverpool players, because we have seen so many very, very harsh leg-breaking challenges on Liverpool players at Anfield, which went unpunished, and history will ultimately prove that Liverpool are not very often supplied by favorable treatment by the match official. Even though Guardiola claims that there is a conspiracy against Manchester City, I think that just covers up that Man City probably should have won the game on the balance of play if you just count the clear chances, but they didn't, and they were actually a little bit fortunate to get a draw, because Fabinho, oh my goodness, Fabinho in the 86th minute, I was so emotional after the match. I failed to mention this in my post-match analysis. He almost scored into an open goal, but Rodri, with a goal-saving challenge or tackle or block, whatever you want to call it, blocks a shot on the line. And Guardiola was, of course, a little bit more gracious after the draw. In his post-match interview towards Liverpool, he said, "We can't forget which team we were playing. For me, Liverpool are one of the best three teams in the world. When you have Mane, Salah and Jota and Firmino coming on, and Van Dijk in defense, with the way Liverpool play, the last few times we have come here, we have played at a good level. When you play the way we played in the first half, especially between the 15th and the 45th minute, in this stadium was really good. We created chances. We did not score because we are not good in departments. We didn't have a thousand million chances, but we had much more than them, but we didn't take advantage of that. We knew at halftime and spoke about that. We knew the second half would be completely different." I guess you're going to put the right energy in his words about the change. Anfield makes its contribution, and after 1-0, anything can happen. The next 5 or 10 minutes after we conceded the goal, Anfield, the crowd pushed a lot. You couldn't have 90 minutes like the last 30 minutes of the first half were, but we were still in the game. We came back not once but twice, and that makes me incredibly satisfied. Always, I believe, a way a team loses shows they are a good team, and the way we lost in Paris shows me we are a good team. The way we drew today shows we are a good team. It is in bad moments you have to make a step. It wasn't easy coming from Paris after the way we played the first half to be losing 1-0 and 2-1, and still there be a draw is quite good. That won't give you a league title, and that won't give you the results maybe, but the satisfaction is massive. Why should we be disappointed after today? Well, when you spend £1 billion on your squad, you should be winning pretty much every game. But of course, Man City are delighted with the point at Anfield, because they know that this is probably the hardest stadium to come to. And it shows that after Man City won against Chelsea, they lost to Paris and they drew to Liverpool. So Liverpool are up there with the best teams in the world right now. And also today there has been some massive allegations coming from the Marca newspaper against Pep Guardiola and El País, two Spanish newspapers, are claiming that Pep Guardiola is one of the names that have appeared in the Pandora Papers, a publication by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. And according to La Sexta and El País, the Man City coach held a current account in Andorra until 2012 as he took advantage of a tax amnesty, and he held €500,000 in that account not declared to the Spanish tax agency. He was at the time living in Spain, working for Barcelona. A source close to Guardiola stated that the account, which belongs to the Banca Privada Andorra, contains the salary from his spell with Al Ali, who he represented from 2003 to 2005. And when he took advantage of the tax amnesty, he regularized around €500,000, paying only a 10% tax that had been stipulated by Cristobal Montoro, the minister of the Spanish tax agency. According to the investigation, Guardiola appeared to run a registered business in Panama, Repox Investments, between 2007 and 2012, which were the years he worked at Barcelona, first as the coach of the B team and then the first team. And that sounds very dodgy, very fishy. Why would you run a business in Panama when you are working in Spain? He used this business to safeguard his identity in a measure on the initiative on the Andorran bank. In 2015, following the strong criticism he received from the Spanish Minister of Interior, Guardiola made an eye-catching statement. He said, "I believe that the minister, Fernandez Diaz, is slightly wrong. I have paid my task from the first day until the last. Sometimes that many parties cannot say." Wow, so that he even backfired the accusation to other people. And the problem is that this type of company based in countries different from those where their administrators reside are legally provided the owner. They have to provide the owner declares them to the tax authorities in their place of residence. So for the authorities, the problems begin when the owners are seeking anonymity, zero taxes, or to loan their money in these jurisdictions. So the problem was that Guardiola didn't declare this company to the Spanish tax authorities, and that suggests that he wanted to hide some income or hide some money from the tax authorities so it doesn't get taxed. In Spain, El País and television network La Sexta have analyzed the leaked documents and in search of public figures of interest who have taken advantage of some of the world's most vague tax havens. The result is more than 700 companies linked to this country, among which can be found dozens of relevant personalities. The name of Josep Guardiola appears in the documents, and he's listed as the legal representative of this Panama company, Repox Investment. It served practically as a shell company to hide the real owner of the funds in Andorra. So Guardiola could be punished. I'm not sure how the Spanish tax authority can punish Guardiola right now when he's working in England, but he's still a Spanish citizen, so probably they will have some legal ways. So I will keep you updated on what happens next. I also want to mention that Pep Guardiola and Man City have made a very serious accusation against a Liverpool fan, because allegedly they claim that one of the Liverpool fans has spat at one of the Man City backroom staff. So if that is true, I don't condone that, and I think that fan should be banned for a lot of years from attending the Anfield Stadium, because you can, of course, shout and scream at the Man City players and the manager and the backroom staff, but you can't spit on them. You can't use very abusive language, in my opinion. You have to stay respectful. Guardiola said, "My staff told me, but I didn't see it. I'm pretty sure Liverpool FC will take measures against this person. I know they are greater than this behavior. Liverpool are investigating the incident, and they are looking at CCTV footage from that area of the ground. And if they find the fan, I expect them to fine him and to ban him from the Anfield Stadium for a number of years." And Paul Joyce, who is a Liverpool correspondent for the Times newspaper, said that both Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp high-fived after the game, showing that they respect and mutually admire each other. in many ways it was a fitting image following a breathless, absolutely electric encounter, which was just made even more special by Mo Salah's absolutely remarkable goal, which edged Liverpool into the lead. But of course Man City equalized twice, and I think Liverpool just have to give Salah a new contract. We just cannot afford to lose him 1 or 2 years later. I think Salah is on course to become an absolute legend, and he will be the main reason if Liverpool manage to win the title or the Champions League trophy. Mo Salah will be one of the main reasons, or the main reason for winning that trophy, because he's carrying this Liverpool team for a number of years now. Mane scores again, which is very, very important, because last season was a pretty poor season for Mane. This season he's not back to his best, but he is scoring goals and he's better than last season, that's for sure. I think Mane can still play better, but he showed moments of brilliance this season. And if we can keep our forward players fit, and I think Firmino coming back from injury is also very important. I just worry about this international break that is coming up, because Brazil again called up many Premier League players, including 3 Liverpool players as well. And if they travel and then they have to quarantine, then they will miss Liverpool's next game, which is against Watford, and it's away from home, and any game in the Premier League away from home is a tough game, so I don't want Alisson, Fabinho and Firmino to be missing from that. And German Ginas thought Liverpool got a little bit lucky getting a draw, even though I think in the second half we were the better team. First half Man City were the better. I think we deserved a draw, at least. I think it was a fair result, even Jurgen Klopp said that, but German Ginas said tactically Guardiola got it spot on with the players he had at his disposal. They could not find the finish their play deserved in the first half, so they didn't get the win I felt they deserved either. Liverpool almost snatched all 3 points right at the end, but I felt they got away with it a little bit, even by getting a draw. Everything that could have gone their way did. They relied on moments of genius from 2 world-class players, Salah combined with Mane, to make it 1-0, and then Salah scored an absolutely phenomenal solo goal himself. They were both goals out of nothing, goals out of dreams. No, I don't agree with that they were goals out of nothing. Liverpool worked very hard to create those opportunities, so I think this is absolute nonsense. But Jamie Ginas is not the best pundit in the world by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, let me know, do you think the draw was a fair result or not? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, see you later. Bye.